Which Arkham game did Joker the best? The Joker is front and center in 4 of the 5 Arkham games: Asylum, City, Origins, and Knight. And they all, really impressively, use Joker in different, unique ways. He is in Arkham Shadow, but only for a very brief period, so unfortunately, that game won't be talked about in this video. As much as people want to complain about how Joker takes up a lot of the spotlight in these games, each of them uses Joker in different ways that helps to make him interesting each time he appears. We're going to go through each of the Arkham games he appears in, talk about the Joker there and how effective he was, and I will rank them at the end from worst to best. And by worst, I should rephrase and say least best, because I think the Joker was excellent in all the games. But one has to be the least best, I guess, so let's go ahead and start it. Let's figure out which Arkham game used Joker the best. Be sure to subscribe. I'm trying to reach 150k subscribers at the end of the year, so if I can get there, I'd be really appreciative. But thank you nonetheless. Without further ado, let's move on with the video. Batman Arkham Asylum. Arkham Asylum has the Joker as the main villain. Spoiler, one of the many amazing things Arkham Asylum did was establish the universe really well. At this point, it's an experienced Batman who has fought the Joker a plethora of times, so the Joker we see here is an experienced, classic, and amazing representation of the character. Just to quickly talk about the Joker's role in the game for the people that don't remember or have not played the game, Joker purposely got caught by Batman in Gotham to be sent to Arkham Asylum because he made this giant plan there to break out of custody and take control of the island with the sole purpose of trying to obtain a Dr. Young's Titan formula, which is used to create chaos, to say the least. Obviously, his plans are thwarted, and Batman stops him, because that's how Batman stories typically go. Now, let's talk about it. Something Batman Arkham Asylum does very unique compared to the other games is that, first of all, it's our first representation of Joker in the Arkhamverse, so it has that going for it. But I think what's really unique about this Joker is that this is the only time in the Arkhamverse we see Joker in his prime. Arkham City, this guy is sick and on the verge of death. Arkham Origins, it's his, origin story. And in Arkham Knight, he's dead in a hallucination in Batman's mind. Seeing Joker in his prime here is really nice because we get to see how he is when he's at his perfect level of crazy. I think as far as plotline goes, the Joker's plan here was good. Nothing too out of the ordinary compared to the other Arkham games, but that's a good thing, especially with how they handled it. What they do interesting with the Joker's story here is that it's not revealed right away what he's doing. At first it just seems like he's just breaking out and causing chaos, but as the story progresses, you see that there's more to the story, and that Joker's plan extends past the asylum, and he wants to control something extremely dangerous. I think this game's plot encapsulates Joker's intelligence in various ways. He's able to orchestrate an entire island takeover, while also nearly getting his hands on Titan formula, and had Batman not been there, he would have succeeded. I think the game does really well in capturing that element of the character, all while in his prime. As far as just pure iconic raw versions go, Arkham Asylum's Joker, in my opinion, is easily the one that captures that the best out of all the Arkham games. His story, alongside his personality, feel very organic and natural, feels very comic booky. The stakes here are normal for someone like him. There is no bigger overarching narrative like in Arkham City and Arkham Knight here. There is no character arc for him here like in Arkham Origins. It's just him doing what he does best, which is being an asshole. If you're looking for a Joker akin to something like the one from the animated series, I would say Arkham Asylum does it the best. That is why I think Arkham Asylum's Joker is really good. It gives us a great representation of the character before he goes on different narratives in the series. Apart from all of this, Joker is just written really well. He's funny, he's menacing, he's smart, he's strategic. All of his qualities here are in the forefront. And one thing Arkham Asylum really highlights is the Joker's control. You can see that Joker has control of these villains. People are let loose because of him. He has a whole guest list of villains he's breaking out. They really make it evident why the Joker is the clown prince of crime in Gotham. Other villains can't really pull this kind of thing off other than him. Compare this to, say, Arkham City, where his control is only one section of the prison. Arkham Knight, he's dead. His control isn't there anymore apart from Batman's mind. Joker is a force to be reckoned with, and this game really shows that element compared to the other entries. And with that control, coupled with his prime interpretation, amazing characterization, and a plot to suit those attributes really well, the Joker in Arkham Asylum is done really well. It doesn't take any risks with the character, but that's okay. In fact, that is the correct choice in an introduction game to the series. You don't need risks to make an interesting story, and this game is a perfect example of that. Joker in Arkham Asylum was fantastic. But enough of that, let's move on to Batman Arkham City. Batman Arkham City. this game had the Joker in it as well, spoiler alert. Now, the Joker's role in this game is a bit more outside the box, and the stakes are raised with the character. The Joker in this game is really well done. Let's talk about the story. First of all, the Joker's story in this game is that he is sick from the Titan he took in Arkham Asylum and is now dying. He ambushes Batman and injects him with his blood, which forces Batman to go find a cure for both of them. Throughout the entire game, it's basically a goose chase to look for the cure, and when you do get it, it turns out the Joker steals it. Batman tracks him down to the Monarch Theater, where it turns out that Clayface was disguised as Joker for the entire game, tricking Batman. Batman stops Clayface, stops Joker from getting immortality, and in the process, Batman now has a cure in his hands. He was ready to give it to Joker until Joker stabbed his arm, making Batman drop and break it, and Joker dies, ending the game. Now, the Joker in this game, just from the get-go, Joker's death is the most memorable ending in the entire series. Probably one of the most memorable endings in gaming history ever. Joker's death shocked a lot of people. You wouldn't just kill off one of the most well-known villains of all time. I think for that, the way they used Joker here in the ending is still etched into my mind. It made people wonder how they would top this. And after Arkham Knight, they probably never did. With that being said, I think they still kept the Joker's perfect personality from Arkham Asylum here to Arkham City. They didn't change how he acted or who he was. They kept him very consistent, so everything good I mentioned about Joker's personality in Arkham Asylum stays here. In fact, I would argue you can see the more chaotic side of Joker here because, think about it, did the Joker really need Clayface to be disguised as him? Why didn't Joker just use a cure when they stole it from Freeze's lab? Some would argue that Clayface was more of a detriment to Joker than a benefit, but it fits within Joker's theme of chaos and messing with Batman even when his life is on the line. That element of Joker I would say is highlighted here because of that Clayface plotline. With that being said, I think even with the good things, the Joker does actually take a back seat for this game until the ending of the game. Unfortunately, Joker doesn't seem to have a significant presence for a majority of the story. He infects you in the beginning of the game, and then Batman goes on a wild goose chase for the cure until the near ending where Joker finally re-emerges. He does talk to you through your bat earpiece thing throughout the story, but that doesn't really fill the void. Arkham Asylum made Joker feel a little bit more connected and sprinkled better throughout the story. In Arkham City, it does not feel like that. Instead, the game focuses on different locales and villains for each of its story set pieces, which is awesome, but Joker's screen time is sacrificed for that direction. It is probably for the best since Joker did get a lot of screen time in Arkham Asylum, and he still is a big deal in Arkham City, but narratively speaking, he's not there as often. It's just a matter of character development time for Joker here. He was already established in the first game, so you don't need to have him for a lot of the screen time here. But because of that, the Joker's specific role in this game really just felt like it mattered at the end. It felt like a plot point to be used so that Batman can be used to explore the city. I think it's healthier for the game's overall narrative and story that way, but for the sake of the video, it does give Joker a few less points overall. Still though, while Joker's not in the game as much, he still has the amazing characterization here, his story takes way bigger risks, and the payoff with the ending hits like a truck. It's really memorable and an amazing ending that really helped to lift up the series that much more. But that's it for Arkham City's Joker. Let's move on to Arkham Origins. Batman Arkham Origins. This game, spoiler again, had the Joker in it. In Arkham Origins, even though they used the Joker again in the series, which people were upset about since he now felt overused, the game, in my opinion, handled the Joker really well and made him feel different and distinct from the previous two entries. Now, Joker's story here in Origins, basically he hires 8 assassins to kill Batman. At this point, Joker just wants Batman dead. After Batman fights these assassins one by one, he eventually comes across Bane. After that first fight, Bane tries to kill Joker. Batman then saves Joker in the process, which creates Joker's newfound infatuation with the cat and mouse game between him and Batman. Shortly after, Joker takes over Blackgate, Batman goes there to stop him, and we witness the end of Joker's reign in Arkham Origins. Now, I really love the Joker we got in Arkham Origins. The Joker here was not voiced by Mark Hamill. Instead, it was Troy Baker. And with that being said, Troy Baker did a fantastic job. He still gives Joker that same personality I feel like he has in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. The Joker here is still highly skilled and intelligent, insane, manipulative, and scary, but I think what this game does for the Joker easily that the other games do not is give him a character arc. In Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, he really didn't have a character arc, so to speak. Those games already had these heroes and villains as established in the universe. They're simply the classic iconic versions. Here though, Joker goes through an arc from wanting to kill Batman and having no purpose to then wanting Batman alive, with that being his purpose. I think the way they handled that was so well done, because in the beginning, it turns out that Joker was there the entire time in the game. and when you see him, it's made clear that he wants Batman dead. He tries to shoot him and blow him up, and during that, while it's not made very clear, it's evident that the Joker does not care about his own life. He has no purpose. He accepted the rocket Bane shot at him, and Joker was laughing to his death. But when Batman saves him, it makes Joker ask himself why the hell Batman would even do that, and it makes you think, is Batman the only person to actually help Joker to this degree? It confuses Joker so much, and I love that. And what I love here is the subtlety. The story does not outright tell you that, hey, Joker doesn't have a purpose and wants to die kind of thing. You see it through his actions throughout the game. It's really cool to see Joker's emotions in the game too, like how he low-key felt intimidated by Bane here. It shows that Joker still has a little bit of human left in his early years, so to speak. And I really like when he talks about his origin with that Red Hood storyline part. As that's being portrayed, he talks about meeting someone he has a connection with, which to him is Batman. But to his therapist, Harleen, she thought he was talking about her, and I think that was some really solid, funny writing that intertwines perfectly. His arc is then wrapped up perfectly in the ending of the game, where we see Joker doing his classic scheme of breaking out of prison and causing chaos in which Batman has to go stop. And then it does not stop there. You get to understand more of the mind of the Joker, particularly with this one line here.
You just can't get it through your thick skull. Ugh. We both exist because of them!
Joker blames Gotham City for turning him into Joker and turning Bruce into Batman. It makes you ask questions like, does he do what he does simply for chaos, or as some sort of resentment towards Gotham City? What does Joker truly care about? The characterization of Joker throughout the entire process was done masterfully. One of the bigger things I appreciate about Arkham Origins is it being subtle with the story. It does not spoon-feed it to us. It may give us one bit of dialogue or something through its physical actions, and then you interpret it for yourself. I appreciate that, and it's why Arkham Origins is such a great story in my opinion. But with the Joker in particular, he has really good writing. He was funny. He was intelligent. Like, how did he build everything at this hotel without being caught? He was manipulative, especially with Harleen. He had power, influence, control. He knew how to get under people's skin. But once again, the best part here was his character arc. You see Joker develop into this classic villain he is known to be. You feel maybe some kind of sympathy for him, but you also understand how crazy and psychotic he is. You peek into his crazy mind a bit more compared to the other games. And I love how Arkham Origins did that. I think Joker was done really well here. He was incorporated really well into the story, had a solid amount of screen time, great character arc, great characterization, and overall, a really, really good version of the Joker here. Enough glazing, let's move on to Arkham Knight. Batman Arkham Knight, everybody's favorite Arkham game. Arkham Knight really went into this ambitious story with Joker. A really, really unique incorporation at that. Joker's incorporation in this game is that Joker is inside Batman's mind due to all the messed up crap inside Batman's mind. Batman hallucinates Joker throughout the entire game, and throughout the entire game, Joker taunts you. He's there every step of the story. He comments on even side missions, everywhere where you glide. He's just everywhere. At the end of the game, Batman goes inside his own mind, defeats the Joker that nearly overtakes Batman and his body. Batman closes off Joker from his mind forever, effectively solidifying the end of the Joker. Now, the Joker's inclusion in this game. I could be wrong. I read this somewhere. I think it was like a YouTube comment or something, so maybe it's whatever, but I think this is the only interpretation of Joker where he is in Batman's mind as a hallucination, which is interesting to think about. Can someone fact check that for me? Because I don't know. But anyway, where do I begin with the Joker here? Joker here was used in a very creative, very engaging way. Before this game, people were thinking, oh, Joker's actually alive, kind of lame. But no, they brought him back in a way that not too many people, if not anybody, expected. Batman is constantly being taunted by Joker throughout the entire story, and at some points nearly overtakes Batman's body. It creates for high tension, and seeing him torment Batman as all these things are collapsing around him makes it so much more interesting. Joker is still the Joker in this game. In fact, the best he's ever been, arguably. He's funny, he's in the game basically the entire time, there's so much dialogue and secrets with him, his inclusion in the story feels so well crafted, and he also gets a bit of a character arc. We always feel like the Joker was never afraid of anything, but then the end reveals that the Joker is afraid of being forgotten, and the game focuses on that in the end. It's interesting because Joker isn't in the game physically, like not the actual Joker, but Batman knows him so well that the hallucination Batman sees is basically the entirety of Joker as far as his personality goes. And I think what makes this very interesting is that Joker is a part of you. He's not just in the story when the story feels like it. He's everywhere you go, every mission you do, every activity you come across, hell, even random structures you come across. You can bet the Joker is just there to add his 2 cents. It's just a huge element of the game and the gameplay. It's kind of surreal when you put it that way. And I do love the ending of the Joker here, despite people getting quote-unquote sick of him. Even though I feel like people are over-exaggerating, Joker got a really solid ending here. It could have ended with Arkham City, but I love the story and corporation Joker got. It creates a very dynamic, unique, surreal, and memorable element for this game. It's not something you could say with many villains in other superhero games, and I think for those reasons, Joker was really well done. They used him outside the box, and with that, they took it to 11. Great interpretation and use of the Joker here. But with that, now that we have talked about Joker and his inclusion in each of those Arkham games, let's go ahead and rank how well Joker was used in each game, starting from the least best to the best. Starting at number 4, I think it's Batman Arkham City. Now look, Arkham City definitely had the best ending for the Joker, and it's all thanks to that story that was made for him. It creates one of the most shocking endings in gaming history for a lot of people, and Joker's characterization here was really well done, but as far as his writing and the story goes, he infects Batman goes on a goose chase, and Joker doesn't really show up until the ending. Joker's infected plotline felt like a means for Batman to explore the city, which in itself is a good thing, but I feel like the other games incorporated Joker better, sprinkling him throughout the story more appropriately, not just in the beginning-ish and in the end. And I think those things for me make me feel like his inclusion in Arkham City was great, but it lacked that element that the other games had with the aforementioned reasons. I think it is a benefit though, like Joker should not be incorporated into the main story consistently again like Arkham Asylum. Give the light to other villains like Penguin and Mr. Freeze like they did. That was a great choice, but for this particular topic of the video, yeah, I would put Joker at number 4 here. Number 3, Arkham Asylum's Joker. Now, Arkham Asylum's Joker was fantastic. I feel like I have to keep reiterating that for the people that are tunnel visioned. I think Arkham Asylum was unique in the sense that this is the only time we see Joker in his prime, funny enough. Healthy, funny, intelligent, controlling, scary, all that, right? All those things we see in the forefront, and it's fantastic, and really, there is no negative with the Joker in Arkham Asylum. I cannot think of an instance where he has a negative part in this game. He was used perfectly. I just think that the next 2 games on the list have a more interesting incorporation. I guess for me, doing something with a character that has a much more personal connection with the hero resonates with me more. Arkham Asylum had an amazing introduction to the Joker, but simply just didn't take that next step with what I said to the fullest extent. Still an amazing representation, all things considered, with the Joker here. Number 2, Arkham Knight's Joker. A lot of people disliked Arkham Knight, with one of the reasons being the story. However, people always praise how Joker was used in the story, and I agree. I think Joker here was used really creatively, in a very unique way. Being a controlling figment in Batman's mind is like, Batman can never get rid of the Joker. He's literally everywhere in the game, not just the story. I think a big takeaway for this game is the way Joker was used here, and how it's unlike any way we have seen him before. Gives him this unique ending with him, with it actually showing a weakness he does have. It was a treat to just hear what Joker had to say about everything in the game. Above all else, it's just pure entertainment. But past that surface, there's a lot of depth here with him. Does Batman believe the things Joker says? Or is Joker just messing with him? Very solid interpretations, and overall, I just love the way Joker was used here in the story. But at number 1, obviously, is Batman Arkham Origins. This might be biased, but I think Joker was used the best in his prequel game. Such an amazing version of the character. Like I said earlier, I really love personal, interconnecting storylines between the hero and the villain. This game does that the best in the series. Joker developing his obsession over Batman was shown perfectly. Showing his subtle changes in his attitude and finding motivation to live as the story progresses was done really well. Joker's early manipulation tactics, his insane intelligence, how he pushed Batman to his limits, was all done so good. He was sprinkled into the story appropriately, developing him at a decent pace over the course of it, and in general, we can see how this Joker goes on to become who he is in the Rock City trilogy. It's biased here, admittedly, because I love Arkham Origins' story, but a big reason to this is because of the Joker and his role in said story. Not only was it personal between him and Batman, it was a character shift for Joker. It's a side of the Joker storyline we don't really get to see on the regular, and I'm glad Arkham Origins does show those sides, and it's perfect. It's a great origin to the Joker storyline, great storyline in general, and Superman 64 is an amazing game. But yes, those are my rankings on how Joker was used in the Arkham games. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm stupid? Do you hate me? Tell me all those things, but other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video. leave a like, a subscribe, a comment, all that, man. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 150K at the end of the year, but other than that, stay safe and peace.